Breaking news, Justin Trudeau has just officially resigned as the Prime Minister of Canada. And this is the day the Canadians have been looking forward to. After nearly a decade in power, Trudeau's liberal policies have implemented pretty tough times on the Canadian people, and many of them are voicing that they're happy to see him go. But why is that important for you to know if you're an American citizen? You'd be surprised that there's actually a bigger effect in the U.S. economy and the U.S. as a whole because of what is happening in Canada. Make sure you stick all the way to the end. I'm going to unpack for you right now why you need to know the significance of Justin Trudeau stepping down as Prime Minister and what's to come now. What we're seeing in the political climate right now in Canada is very similar to the red wave that recently just swept across America. And this is bigger than just another election. The real story here is not just about Trudeau stepping down, but it's also about how this impacts America considering the global economy and even end-time Bible prophecy. Now let's break it down. Number one, why did Trudeau resign and step down, and what exactly is the cause of this rise in a red wave in Canada? Trudeau's resignation has now followed years of growing discontent among the Canadian people because of these liberal policies. From the skyrocketing inflation to even housing costs going up over 40% over the last decade while he's been in office. Many Canadians over the last 5 years have stated that they feel left behind by these policies. A recent poll shows that 63% of Canadians have disapproved of the way that Trudeau has handled the economy, and nearly 70% has said that their standard of living has actually decreased under his leadership. But Trudeau's resignation is not just about the dissatisfaction. It's actually about a political shift. Across Canada, many provinces are actually flipping conservative, just like we saw here in the United States. Canadians are saying that enough is enough, and they're rejecting the big government globalistic view of the Antichrist system that is bleeding into the nations of the world. The Canadian people have said that we are fed up with the rise of taxes, they're fed up with the globalistic agenda that's been implemented into their nation, and they're done with the out-of-control spending. A lot like the American people that voiced this in the last election. You can see that this is not just a red wave, this is a red revolution. And I firmly believe that this signals a new chapter for Canada. Number two, these are the 7 reasons why this also benefits America. We know that this major shift is going to turn things around in Canada as they have all their eyes set on a new conservative leader that is going to help to push China out of their economy, help push a communistic and socialistic agenda out, but it also has major benefits to the American people. And this is what you need to know as an American right now, living in today's day and age. If you've been paying attention to politics today, you can see that on January 6, 2024, President Donald Trump had just been certified by Congress, saying that he is officially the 47th president of the United States of America. This brings an entirely new meaning to January 6th, if you know what I'm saying. So the red wave sweeping America and the red wave sweeping Canada. These are the 7 different things that you're going to be able to see now that things are changing in these two great nations. Number one, a stronger push for conservative values. As Canada and America begin to push forward with conservative values, it creates a friendly atmosphere and actually an encouragement for the American and Canadian people to inspire and encourage the church, to inspire and encourage conservative Americans and conservative Canadians, and you're going to immediately start to see the effects of that in the economy, in the housing market, and in many other areas where conservatives play a vital role. I believe this is building a united front where you're going to see an entire change when it comes to taxes, when it comes to boosting jobs, and even the securing of borders. Number two, I believe that there is going to be an energy dominance because of this recent shift. Projects like the Keystone Pipeline that is officially going to be moving forward now have the potential to turn Canada and America into energy-producing powerhouses. This means lower gas prices, this means thousands of jobs, and even both sides of the border beginning to progress and increase financially. Number three, you're going to see that there's going to be a resistance and a pushback against China. As you know, conservatives have a strong stance against a communistic and socialistic society. And if you've been paying attention at all to the American landscape as well as the Canadian landscape, China has been coming in and secretly and mysteriously buying land everywhere. Not only that, it's been proven that they're buying land among major military bases. Pretty sketchy if you ask me. So now seeing this massive red wave, you're going to see a push of the communistic, socialistic agenda out of America and out of the entirety of North America. Number 4, I believe this is going to birth better trade deals for the American and Canadian people. Number 5, I believe there's going to be less regulation and a cutting of the red tape when it comes to international business. Number 6, you're definitely going to see safer borders. There is no secret that conservatives have a strong stance for strong borders. And number 7, you're going to see as North America builds back better, and we're going to see how Trump and whoever comes in next as a strong conservative voice in Canada are going to make North America great again. Now, how does all of this play into end-time Bible prophecy? You as a Christian cannot be ignorant of what the Bible says regarding end-time Bible prophecy. Now, I want to say something that might throw you off here for a second. Many people are going to see the bright side of this great red wave and what is happening. And I do believe that we have a 4-year window where things are really going to shift and God's going to pour out His grace on the American people and the Canadian people. However, the Bible also says when everybody is shouting, peace, peace, and everybody believes that times are fine and dandy, is actually the time when catastrophe is going to hit the world. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Could this political shift in Canada be a part of a larger prophetic timeline? The Bible says in Matthew chapter 24 and in the book of Revelation that in the last days, nations will realign, alliances will form, and a global upheaval will set the stage for the end times events. So you can see it from both sides of the coin. This is a very good time for North Americans, and this is also a very sketchy time where you realize that at the drop of a hat, catastrophe could hit the world. But as you know, if you're a Christian, you live in a covenant with God. You're protected. If you're serving the Lord, there's nothing that you have to worry about. But I want to say this. Stay on your toes, because yes, things are working out for our good right now. Yes, there's a window for us to run like we've never ran before, but you also need to pay attention to what is happening behind the scenes. I believe this is a small victory in a much greater battle, and right now we need to be paying attention to the fact that the globalist agenda and the Antichrist system has a plan to come back with a vengeance. So I'll conclude with this. Stay up to date with what is happening in the political realm, because it is a prophetic insight of what is happening in the spirit realm. This is a wonderful time for you to prosper like you've never prospered before. But this is also a great time for you to prepare like you've never prepared before. Get ready for end-time Bible prophecy to unfold in front of your eyes. And if you're living in Canada, congratulations on a fresh window of opportunity. If you are a conservative and you want to know what exactly is happening in these last days, I want you to click the video on your screen right now as I unpack the 5-fold agenda of the Antichrist. And you might not know this, but I'm pretty sure he's alive and well in the earth today. Go check out the video where I lay out for you the 5 signs that the Antichrist is here already. I'll see you there.